It's funny you should say the word control, Vicky, because I have another theory on this as well. I think there's a lot of fear at the moment in the way that our civil liberties were compromised in a manner that we just never imagined seeing in the last couple of years. There is a lot of talk about us moving towards an entirely digital system, a central banking digital currency, which Rishi Sunak was talking about before he started getting a little bit more distracted by trying to become Prime Minister. And people are concerned that a completely digital system would allow the state more control over what we spend our money on, more tracking, more surveillance even. And I wonder whether that's driving a lot of people to take cash out, to keep some sort of element of control to us rather than the corporations or the government.
Perhaps in the long term, that is a factor, but what we're seeing is a change just very recently, and I don't think there's been any increased surveillance, if you like, that's happened just in the last couple of months. So we're talking about July data showing quite a substantial withdrawal of funds. The interesting thing is when you look back, if in 2009, I think just before the financial crisis, something like 60% of transactions were done by using cash. Now it's just over 20%, or at least it was. And during COVID, it went down a little bit as well because people were worried about banknotes, maybe sort of giving you the virus. Now that has changed, and I think people realize it isn't quite like that. But I think at present, it is more to do with controlling your budgets. But I think there is an element in what you're saying. As we know, cryptocurrencies have developed, and the government, not just here, but in lots of other countries, is concerned about not having complete control of this, if you like, themselves. So therefore, they're talking about having a central bank digital currency, where, of course, every transaction you make is known by them. So yes, there is where some countries are moving to, of course, as we know, which are more authoritarian. I don't think we're quite in that range at present.